Hey, TikTok and YouTube. Hello. All right, we're doing some work on catular. Scalping. Fixing the scalp. All right. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I'm just applying some fur. A little bit of a fiddly process, but it's like the last little bit that I need to do on the head here. And then this will need to dry overnight before I can give it a trim. Okay. This is like the point where it doesn't look like what it's supposed to. Looks like I've messed everything up, but trust me. Trust the process. All right. Okay. So that'll need to dry. That'll need to dry overnight. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, so that'll need to dry overnight, and then I can give it a proper trim and, you know, neaten everything up, make it look like a cat again rather than a werewolf. Thank you. And then I'll start, you know, all those details that I originally sculpted in. I can, you know, carve them out again. The ear's a bit of a trim. So there'll be some loose bits and pieces. I don't want to pull too much off in case, because it's still wet. So just in case. It's a bit of a messy process, but messy but necessary. I reckon I missed a spot here. Just got to fill that with a little bit. Thank you for the follow. You thought it was real? That's the point. Do I do this for a living? Like a part-time living. I don't make enough money to live off it, unfortunately. But part-time, yeah. It's really like dependent on if my posts get pushed out, you know, and then people can see. All right. I don't want to poke around it too much because I'll start lifting all the stuff off. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do this as a living, so maybe one day. Maybe one day. It's crazy. Problem with working with hair is it gets everywhere. It's everywhere. I can cut way too much up too. But yeah. Can we see the face? Yeah, so I've just applied all the fur on it, so it looks horrendous at the moment. Just trust the process. So that needs to dry before I can trim it and clean it up and everything. So it kind of looks like a werewolf at the moment. How am I feeling? Feeling all right. How long have I been doing this? It's coming up to 14 years now, so a while. Coming up to, I think in April, it'll be about 14. So, yeah, a long time. Poor kitty cats losing so much hair. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't want to move it too much because I think the ears might be slightly dry. I don't want to pull out any of that fur that I just put on. So this needs a good old trim. Once it's all dry, I can give it a proper trim. No, 14. I'm 36. I think I'm 36. I'll be 37 in April. Can we see the white one? I've got a few white ones. Which white one are you talking about? This thing at the back? That thing? That's Shiranui from Okami. But I can show you that, yeah, if you like. Is that the white one you're talking about? All right, I'm going to toss all this. Oh, yeah, sure. It's not finished. I still have to sew the tail on. And then that one could be. All right. So this one is quite big. If you know the game Okami, it is Shiranui. from Okami. Trying to get YouTube. So I haven't done, oh, thank you for the gifts. So I've basically sewn everything up. I haven't done the tail yet because I was working on, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the game, but the tail piece needed like the little swirls and stuff on it. So I basically did all that, and then it's going to basically go on like so. Which way should we do it? This way. Basically goes on. I've got stuffing in here, so I might need to take it out. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's basically going to go on there. So I did the tail. Obviously, it needs to be cleaned up and everything. But yeah, it's sort of going to sit on there like so. If I can get the, I have to take the stuffing out so I can get the tail on. What am I looking for? I just use my fingers. Thank you for the follow. Where's my wooden tool? This one. Thank you for the share. There's just a little bit too much stuffing in there, so I'm just going to take it out because when I put this in, it sort of pushes it into the smaller end, and I can't get the armature through. So I'm just going to move that for a second. So I created the swirls and stuff with like glue, and then I'm going to add all the detailing into it. How long does it take me to make one? So anywhere between 20, 30 hours, sometimes 35, just depending on how complex it is. And yeah, if they have like a movable jaw and stuff like that. Have I done any tigers? Yeah, I've done 3. And the next one I'm going to do is a golden tiger. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. I might add a couple more things on here if I have enough. All right, probably add like half of this. I've done 2 orange ones. One was a commission, and the other one was just part of my Big Cat sort of series. And the one with the movable jaw was white. So yeah, I've done those 2 colours. And yeah, I want to do the golden tiger next, so I think that'd be cool. I think that's long enough, possibly. Let's see. This unintentionally turned out to be a really big doll. To do a black one, I did think about a black one. I would like to. I do take commissions as well. It's been a while since I made a tiger. The last big cats I did was, what were they? Lions, of course. Yeah, I did a male and a female lion. I'm just going to take this out. I'll fill it back up in a minute once I put the tail on. Anyway, I'm not even supposed to be working on this one. But here we are, working on this one. Take a couple of little sections off. Noisy. All right, let's try that one. Anyway, I'm not even supposed to be working on this. I'm supposed to be working on Vampire Cat. Now, what I can do, I might just pin this here. Did I get it? Anyway, all right, let's put this over here. I'll work on that another day. Because today we are doing... Now, what I can do, I need to make the little vampire pattern for it. The little, I shouldn't say vampire pattern. The whatchamacallit? Cape. Cape. So I need to make a cape. Now, for the cape, what I'm wanting to do I should use some scrap paper. I'm trying to use some scrap paper. So I'm wanting to do like a little crown thing here where, thank you for the follow, GB. Can I make you one? I take commissions, if that's what you're asking. Okay, so I wanted to do like a little crown type thing. So it goes around like that. I think that would be cool. Now, is that long enough? I'm not a huge, fantastic pattern maker. Thank you for the repost. I might just have to get like another piece of paper for this. I like to use scrap paper. So put Poopy Cat so everyone can see. Poopy Cat and leopard gecko. All right, now. I can probably stick these two together just so I'm not wasting paper. Let's stick those. Just so we're not wasting stuff here. And then we'll have to do like a cape thing that like drapes over here. So I'll probably have this sitting down. I've also got the coffin to work on. So what I'm going to do, that's that. So I can sit him down so I can do the cape a bit better. Kind of like that. So we can do the cape a bit better, I think. Is a good idea. Maybe try black and red. Under the black for colours. What do you mean? Black for the cape? I'm going to do a black and red cape. Yeah. I'm just sort of trying to make a pattern for it. So we're wanting, I think that's long enough. We're wanting it to sort of sit here like that. And maybe we're just going with the flow here. Got nothing prepared. So we want it like, need to make it bigger, right, for a pattern allowance. So we'll do this. I might cut it in half. And then and then sort of like that. What do we think? I reckon. Hey mate, how are you? So that should sort of fit there. All right, let's fold this in half. I'm going to cut this off. Hopefully this works. We are just going with the flow here. I'm going to fold it in half so it's the same shape on both sides. Yeah, I've done heaps of people's pets before. Yeah, 100%. I've done a lot of I think the most I've done is rats and ferrets as people's pets. So yeah, you know. I should like make this the same. I should use an actual like proper pattern. You have a budgie that passed, and I would like it done. Oh, yeah, I can definitely do that. Birds are a little more tricky, so you'd be looking at about $580 US plus the shipping. But I do offer payment plans. But yeah, I don't use any animal products either, so. Thank you for the follow. You're only in Sydney. So I think that the only reason why it's in US is because the most of my customers are from the States, and I got really over trying to explain that there's difference in currencies. So I think that it's about 800 Australian. But I'm kind of considering changing my currency back because, you know. Pattern. Let's see if it works. So it'll be sort of sewn on like this. It's a very dramatic cape. I'm in Melbourne, by the way. So that'll be sewn onto the cape like that. So it'll be red and black. I think that's good. Little vampire cat. All right. Now we need a cape. Fur. This thing is working with fur. It gets everywhere. I haven't actually seen many. It's fake taxidermy, so it's not real. So I don't use any animal products. Hopefully it's not like it's round enough. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, mate. Good to see you. Turned out great. I think so. Now, in terms of the cape, I want the cape to sort of sit sort of down here. Okay. Oops. The gecko thing is pretty. Yeah, it's a leopard gecko. I'll show you. Forget this to stand properly. This is my latest one that I've finished. The leopard gecko. It's got glass eyes. It's got scales, little knobbly scales. It's got flat scales on the underbelly as well. So, yeah, it's my little leopard gecko. La la la. It's got polymer clay head, and the body is like a fabric, which has acrylic medium done for the scales, and then it's hand painted. So that's that. All right, another piece of paper. Paper. I might have to glue two pieces together. I don't know. Legit thought it was real. Was it real? Was it alive before? What's your definition of alive? No, it wasn't. Okay. So I'm waiting for the face to dry before I trim it. That's why it looks like a werewolf at the moment. All right. So I think that's probably going to take up the whole paper. So what I'll do is I will tape this together. So it's all polymer clay and fake fur. So no animal products. Eh. Thanks for the follow. Line the fur that's sticking to everything. I actually hate wrapping presents too. I'm the worst present wrapper there is. I don't know why. Anyway, it's a little FYI. If you ever get a gift from me, be prepared for the shitty wrapping. All right, now I'm just going to get this to stand up straight. Stand up straight. Cat. Now, now we want out there, and then it's such a chaotic pattern making. So we want that, and then we want some up here too. So I can leave it like that and have like a little tied off there. So this will attach. This will attach onto here, like so. So it stands up, and then that will tie up here. All right. And then we want a tail cut out. A little bit of a tail cut out there. Is that right? Does that seem about right? Don't use me to make patterns either. I'm terrible. I'm the most unconventional pattern maker, so just ignore me. Hi, Taco Tuesday. How are you? Okay. I'm just trying to work out a good pattern. Are those real? What do you think? Do they look real? The answer is no, they're not. They are not. They're all fake. Okay. I think that's good. Pencil. Yeah. we want this to sit here, so about there. I think. All right. How's the glue going? Still a little wet here. Doing all right. I'm all right as well. Just trying to make a cake pattern in the most unconventional way possible. Because I'm mad. All right, so I'm just going to fold it in half so we get the same shape on both sides. You want to pat them. Okay, let's see how this goes. If this cape is any good, I'll put it as a pattern in my on my Patreon. Okay, so got a little tail. I think it's okay. Now, if we want to take this off, if we want to sit it, it's like a little cat gun. Okay, if we want to sit him, so he'll sit there like that. I'm going to put a little tether thing on there. And then this will be sewn on to here, like so. I think that works. I think it looks good, actually. Hopefully there's enough of a seam allowance. So that's what we got. I'm happy with that. It looks good. Yeah, so I have like a little tie on there, and then that will yeah, so I'll make this tail bit, you know, kind of rounder, so kind of like that. I think it looks good. It's not bad. Okay, well, that's ready to be cut out now. Now I could do a little bit of sculpting, minus the hair everywhere. Unfortunate, but that's good. All right, well, let me try and do a little bit of sculpting. How about that? For my hellhound. Which is also, I'm trying to get it done for Halloween. Whether I do or not, I don't know. Okay. What happened to him? I put fur on his head. He's not finished yet. So I've applied the fur, and it needs to dry before I can trim it. So this stage, it looks awful, but trust the process. And then I'll have the feet to do, and then he'll be pretty much almost done. The white one, this one. This is a grey one. All right. This is my hellhound that I'm currently working on, something really different to what I normally make. So yeah, I've been sort of working on this in the meantime. The ear is about to fall off. Which ear? This one? This one? No, they're all pretty on there. They're all on there. Ear's not going anywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is build up where the teeth are, the teeth area. Oops. This one? Nah, they're on there. They're not going anywhere. It's pooping cat. No. So I've angled them back because it's trying like a puckered mouth. So I've angled them back a little bit. Okay, let's get that down so we can see a bit better. Okay, so what I want to do is just start adding some hair. They taxidermy, they're fakidermy. So they start off like this, me sculpting a headpiece, basically. So this is polymer clay. This is polymer clay, glass eyes. And then I add an armature, so sort of looks like this. This is a resin one though. Add a ball and socket armature, so they're posable. And then I needle felt a body and then sew on fake fur. And in terms of reptiles, I'll do cotton. I do sell them. I have a shop, creaturesinnet.com. Okay, so I'm going to create like some indentations where the teeth are. Yeah, not real. So I'll be coming up to 14 years in, I think, April. So a while. Why now? All right, so I'm adding just some definition around the teeth, where the teeth are. So I've still got a bit of sculpting to do on this. My silicone tool's coming apart. So just cut that off. What they do with it's very similar with taxidermy, except they use like a foam form for like heads, and they'll sculpt it and then put the skin on it. So it's similar but a little bit different. There's a lot of similarities. But yeah, I basically do everything from scratch. So a little bit different. So I'm going to take some of this off. Thank you for the follow. So this is trying to get another Halloween doll ready. I'm waiting for some of my little bronze findings to come so I can decorate the coffin for Vampire Bat. But hopefully it turns out okay so I can add the pattern to my Patreon. So I'm sort of just winging this sculpt. I don't have a set idea. So it's going to be black, and I am planning on putting LEDs in it as well. So I'm wanting an LED to go in through this hole at the back here, and I want it to sort of light up this sunset sort of lava-y colour. And then I want the LEDs to light up the rib cage because I'm going to expose those as well. So yeah, a little bit of a different type of doll, but why not? Try something different. I'm not going to go overboard with the details because I'm, again, applying fur to this one. So you're not going to see a lot of the details. So it's really just making a form for the fur to sit on, something to work with. So yeah, just trying to build up the lip area a little bit. So I'm using Sculpey Original as well. So it is a softer clay. I like working with softer clays, but some people don't. Thank you for the follow. It's really just dependent on your preferences. But you can get firmer clays like Super Sculpey, that's like a beigey coloured one, or Sculpey Firm, which I'm not sure is very popular, but that's it's quite hard to work with, that one. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. But yeah, some people don't like the sort of tackiness of Sculpey Original, but that's exactly what I like about it. I can smush it around. So I can sort of push that down a little bit if I want it to, whereas it's a little bit harder to do with Sculpey Firm. You can get things at Cos Clay too. I don't particularly like working with Cos Clay. I just don't like the feel of it, surprisingly. It's really sticky, but it's good for things that need that are like really thin, like the gecko paws. I sculpted them out of Cos Clay just because they're really thin and fragile. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just building up this little, where the teeth are, like teeth roots, I guess you could call them. Teeth roots. And then I'll do like a lip line out of like a dark red. Okay. Now I'm sort of just shaping it into a rough shape of what I want it to look like. Okay. Go here. You might pull a silica tool. Lucky I've got a whole packet of them. Okay. All right. So just lift that up a little bit so I have some room to put the gum line. I think I'm going to do it red. No, I can sort of paint over it if I'm not happy with the red anyway. Okay. I sort of need to build up the lower jaw as well. So I did the gradient with a pasta roller inside. So it goes from you can't quite tell on here, but it goes from a yellow to an orange. So I can get like a fiery sort of effect. I'm going to do this. I was thinking of doing it like a navy blue, but I don't think the navy blue complements as well as just a plain black. I think it'll look better if I just do the whole thing black and then have like the orange showing through the black. So I think I'm just sticking to black with this doll. Okay. Symmetrical. Right. Next one. I'm not worrying too much about, smoothing everything out at the moment. I'm just sort of worried about getting everything on there, like mapping out everything. I might take a little bit of this off here. That's cool, thank you. So I think these need to just a bit more of a peak on there. So like so. And the silicone tool is really good for getting into like the little nooks and crannies that your fingies can't get into. But again, I'm not going to go overboard with smoothing everything out. It's going to be covered in fur. So there's really no point doing that. Is that cat asleep? It's pooping. Hi, Emmy. How are you? Okay. So I'm going to do the ears separately as well. So I'm going to put a ball and socket armature on it. So this one is, I'm waiting for this one to finish drying so I can trim it. But I'm trying to get the other Halloween doll, so the Hellhound. So I'm still in the middle of sculpting it. It's got a long ways to go. But yeah. I don't think I'm going to get it done in time for Halloween, but we'll see. But yeah, I added the fur to the face. So this one's almost done. I did a pattern for the little cape. So that's ready to be cut out and sewn up. I probably won't sew that up on the live. It's on the sewing machine. And yeah, I'll sew that up at some point. Some point soon. Ew. So yeah, it's at like the stage of looking awful and not at all what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Don't do a lot of sculpting on here these days. I was never sure if people were into watching someone sculpt. The views never got really like great watching me sculpt, but I want to get these Halloween dolls done. Hopefully this translates okay when I add the fur too. I'll have to like make sure I sort of follow the fur so it goes into all the little grooves. I know, catular was like really simple doll compared to this one. Oh. There's no LEDs in this one. This one's going to have LEDs. So I hope I can do it. It's still got a lot of ways to go with the sculpting though. And like I don't have like a plan with this one. I'm just going with the flow. There's no plan. And my silicone tools had it. Plus I've made so many cat dolls before, like I know the process of a cat doll. This one, And I'm also adding, like, I'm making the head longer, but I'm going to be using the fur to make the head longer. And then I want the ears to sort of come out about here. So it's a bit of a different doll. So I'm going to have, yeah, the armature that comes out here. So you can sort of, hoping I can move them around. So I'll have to use a Y joint that sort of sits in there as well. And then, yeah, so I want, you know, to be able to move it around. So I have to extend this a bit with the fur, because I don't want a big head because it makes it really heavy. But, you know, I might change my mind. Maybe. Once I've baked it, I might change my mind. Okay, let's see. Now, I might build this section up here a little bit more, maybe. The hair's going to sit there. So what I can do, I'm going to do the lips. I don't know if it's the bad choice, but I was going to do the lips in. It sounds really neat. It's giving the stank eye. It'll never stop giving the stank eye. So I'm thought about doing the lips this color, red. I don't know if that's too much. It's going to be black, remember? But I don't know if red's... Is red a good idea? I don't know. It is going to be black, so to be example, I can always sort of mute it down as well. I can mute it down by doing like a wash over it. I feel like this red might be like too much. I don't know. I think that might be too vibrant. I can add I could do like a pink. Yeah, I think that's too bright. It's overshadowing. I could do a pink, or I could do the same color as the nose. Maybe. Or I could add like a little bit of blue and make it purpley as well. I think the red's too much. I don't like the red. Or I don't want to do orange. I could just do black. Pink is like, yeah, okay. Thirsty for blood. I just thought it might match the color a little bit better. I could just do black because the head's going to be black. Or I could add like a bit of blue and make it purpley. That would be the pink. Obviously not that big. I think the pink even looks a bit weird. I think it needs to be darker. Purplish. See if I've got some. I have some blue. I've got a lighter pinkish. Or I can just add a little bit of blue to these. This bit. I'll do that. Let's say it's going to do like half of that. Let's see where that gets you. This blue gets everywhere as well. Give it a good mix in, I think. I don't want to get the blue on any of the rest of it. Purpley pink, yeah, I'll try. Try and see what this does. I can add a little bit of red to it as well. I think this is going to be way too blue. Okay, add a bit of red. It's making a Franken color. Okay. Let's see what Franken color this comes out as. This is way too blue. I didn't think the blue was this strong. It's super strong. Come on, red, mix in. You can also put this through a pasta roller if you don't want to mix it around like a weirdo like me. That's way too blue. That's more red. Franken color. I'm doing a bit of sculpting for this. One's going to be a hellhound, so it's a bit of work to do. So I'm just sort of mixing up a color, a Franken color, purpley blue, and for the gum line. So I was originally going to do it red, but red doesn't look right. Looks a bit weird. So now we're trying a purpley blue. Purpley. Thank you for the follow. This is taking forever to mix in, by the way. Is this too much of an awful colour? Is this too much of an awful colour? It's purple. I should have just, I don't know. That's the Franken colour. It's like a plum colour. I don't know. It might look all right. Once it's black, you know, it might be all right. Could maybe add like a bit more red. I don't know. Let's see. Look. Is purple too weird? It's not going to be that thick, obviously. Thank you for the share. Red or grey? The red was too overpowering. It looked a bit weird. So the doll's going to be black, remember? So we can do like a purpley. What does it look like next to black fur? Trying to find one that's not disgustingly. So I'm going to be using this fur. Not this one, but is it purpley? Or I can just do black. I don't know. I mean, I can just paint it black. I think the purpley colour. I think it looks good. It'll be thinner than this. Add a tiny bit of grey. Could add like a little bit of white. I think that might make it pastel though, is the only thing. I could add like a little bit of black maybe. I can paint over it once it's on there. A little bit of black. I don't even know where my black is. I think that's enough for the blue. That blue is strong. Oh, the black's there. Got black here. So I'll do like a tiny bit of black. I can roll this up and we can see what it looks like. You like the purple more than the black or dark red. So the black will be just black. It's not going to be anything special. I mean, the black could work. I just wanted a little bit of variation, that's all. Hard to tell. I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards black now. The black sort of hides it though. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can do it orange as well, just to throw in a bit more of a spanner in the works. Nah. Nope. I think I'm going to go purple. Like the black looks good too, but I think it's too much black. I haven't done anything with a purple lip line before either. Or I can add like a little bit more red to it to... I'll add a little bit more red. Right. Just to give it more of a pinky. Yeah, I did that before. I think the purple looks quite good next to the black. Yeah, exactly. Might just add like the tiniest bit of black in there too. Let's see what mutant color, Franken color this comes up with. Be like a chow chow mouth. You like the purple? All right. So just added a tiny bit more red to it. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that color. I think. Let me sit on it. I'll sit on it and come back to it. I'll come back to it tomorrow and see if I still like that color. All right. On that note, I'll sit on this. I'll come back to it and see if I like that color tomorrow. Sometimes if I'm not sure, I'll come back to it and see. No, it's fake. Fake-a-demy. All right, guys, I'm going to have to go. But I should be on tomorrow to finish off some more work on catular. But I'll be about 12:30. I'll be on again tomorrow. Anyway, YouTube, I'll catch you.